Good morning, guys. You saw me pulling in the Star Fitness, so you know it's Saturday morning. I'm doing my full body Reg Park day. Speaking of Reg Park, my old school principles are, based on a combination of the Silver Era guys, including Reg Park. And I posted a picture the other day of a blog I was about to put out. I'd written the article, and I was just going to go through and proofread it one more time, and maybe, I like to change a couple things last second. And I got a comment, someone saying they'd like a copy, and it was Jon Jon Park, who is Reg Park's son, and who took up bodybuilding himself in the 80s. He was Bob Paris's training partner for a while. Jon Jon had a really good physique of his own right. And I'd always knew of Jon Jon. I'd seen him, post pictures before. I followed him on Instagram. And so for him to leave me a comment on my page, it was humbling, because I was like, I'm posting this article about his dad. And so I just felt like asking him. I was like, I'll send it to you, but I'll tell you what, it's not the final copy. If you would like to add a couple things, add your insight, please do, because you certainly know more than I do. And as a teacher, I taught social studies for years, and I taught kids the value of primary sources for learning about history. If you could always talk to a person who witnessed something, or you could have an object that was there during history, not just a picture of it, not just someone telling about it who was heard someone talk about it, primary sources. So this is a primary source talking about Reg Park, and I hope it's the beginning of a relationship where I can go to him and ask him things. I'm just super honored and super excited that Jon Jon reached out to me, and he's sending me something in the mail regarding his father, and I was just super stoked about that. That was just a big deal to me, made my day, and I'm excited to see what he has to say about the park. There's a rush and an excitement that comes before a lift when you're progressing and going heavy, and I've hit 315 for one before, so 230 for three. You have to psych yourself back to reality and say, this is not anywhere near a PR for me. But when you haven't done this kind of weight in a while, it's in your head, and you get pumped up, you get anxious, you get excited, and it's a rush. I tell you, it's really a rush. So I'm doing 25-pound Skullcrushers. Obviously not heavy, but just adding volume. Did 3 sets with those today. And next week I'll do 4 sets, and eventually once I get up to where 7 sets with 25-pound dumbbell Skullcrushers are easy-ish, then I'll bump up to 30 pounds. But that's just me knowing what my elbows can take, and that's why I'm using that amount of weight, and I'm doing it right after bench press while my triceps are already a little tired. It's kind of pre-exhausted, so you got to do what works for your body and your prone injuries. So all in all, a good workout today. I did have to back off deadlifts. You see I did 320 only for 1. It wasn't a bad rep. My hips went up a little bit. I could feel that. That was just my back not feeling secure, not feeling good. So I decided to keep it at a single, and I did 3 sets of 8 at 225 just to get some volume in there to make up for the lack of intensity today. So I had 3 good sets of barbell curls. Came over and did 2 sets of dumbbell curls and did some delt raises. Worked up to 25 pounds in each arm. So good heavy day. And now it's time to go eat. Peace out, guys. See you next week.